Okay, welcome to another video by AntiquesArena. My name is Walter O'Neill. I'm a UK reseller, antique dealer. I buy and sell antiques, collectibles, anything I like really at car boot sales, flea markets, and sell them for a profit on my website. Boot sale is basically a swap meet or a flea market or almost like an antique fair. You just stuff the stuff in the back of your car and go and sell it. I'm based in the UK and the website address is there. Now, today is going to be just a vlog. I got a few different topics I want to chat to you about. And we'll go from there. I want to start off. The main video today is going to be dedicated to Sue in Birmingham. She is a follower of my channel who always supports me, in comments, likes. She has pieces out of my films. I can't thank you enough. She's always sending me little cards with architectural pieces or bits of art on. So I thought I'd share today a little bit of architectural before I get into everything of Cardiff City Hall, which is a building in Cardiff City Centre. And I thought I'd share the building because it's got stone statues all over it. Now, if you're a Doctor Who fan, it's potentially a nightmare by that. I don't know whether you've seen The Weeping Angels. So, yes. So I'm going to share with you, first of all, the images of the City Hall in Cardiff. I was down there the other day and I absolutely love the building. It's next to the museum. So this is the building. It's probably a 200-year-old building, I would imagine, Georgian building. And it has got statues all over it. Up on the peak here is a beautiful Welsh Dragon. Most of these are carved in stone from what I can see. You have figures all over it, gargoyles and different figures. That looks a bit Roman to me there. I have no idea what half of them are. But the amount of architectural work that's gone on to this building is unbelievable. I think that's Neptune. No. Yeah, possibly with this trident. So it is absolutely spectacular. And all over this building is just carved with these stone statues everywhere. I have no idea who actually done it, but it is absolutely beautiful. So I thought I'd put that in just for Sue, because she's always sending me wonderful pieces of artwork. I've got another thank you to say, and that is to another follower called Venus the Militant. I can't thank you enough. I put a video out about a week or two ago where I bought a load of things from car boot sale where the house clearance gentleman had cleared an antique site, an antique shop. And I showed some of the things I purchased off him. And in amongst it was this, which was a hand-coloured engraving. Now, I don't know whether I'm dyslexic or whether the fact I didn't really attend school very well, but I can't read joined-up writing very well. So I was struggling to identify it. Anyway, they took the time to identify it for me, and it is signed both corners. Anyway, off their comment, I went on and done a little bit of research. And would you believe I have found the identical piece in the British Museum? They've actually got this identical piece. Now, if you look at their description, it is plate number 36. And on the top right corner there, they have a number 36. And so do I. With engravings, you've got to look for the plate lines. You can see their plate line clearly. So theirs got the plate line same as mine. A greyhound standing on a grassy plateau in profile to the right. Looking into the distance, hill with line of trees in background. Image bordered by a double and single line. 1798. The state published in 1812. Etching. Print by Samuel Hewitt, published by Edward Orney. And that is exactly what I've got. Now, I would have sold this off probably, I don't know, £20, £15, £20, had you not given me the little tool there to find this piece. And there it is in the British Museum. It's nice when you find things that's in the British Museum, isn't it? So we got a beautiful thing. I'm going to probably get it mounted, certainly, maybe framed. I don't know yet. But what a beautiful, beautiful thing. So you're talking, it's 200-year-old, 1812 it was made, so it's 210-year-old, hand-colored engraving or etching of a greyhound by a listed artist. So that turned out to be really, really good. Good subject matter, good plate marks. So I'll have that mounted up now, and that will be going up on the website. So, and honestly, I wouldn't have figured it out without your help. Well, probably wouldn't have anyway. So I'm really pleased and very grateful. Now, I'm always looking for innovative ways to improve things or make money out of almost nothing. Now, I've had in my garage a canteen of cutlery, probably 2 decades. The canteen of cutlery dates from 1839, and it's ivory handled, silver collar, and then early steel blades. 1829 or 1839 it is. I can't remember exactly what it was. Anyway, what are you going to do? You can't use them now. They're not in a box to display them on a box. So I sent them to my local photographer and said, what can you do with these for me? And this is what he's done. Zoom in. Look at that. Hasn't he done a beautiful job? 200-year-old pretty much ivory canteen, now framed up in a frame behind glass on, I don't know, crushed red velvet, possibly. I don't know yet. I haven't picked them up. You tell me a high-end restaurant wouldn't like that on the wall. Now, the canteen owes me pretty much nothing. It's actually cost me £75 a frame, which is about $100. But I do see that now, framed up 200-year-old canteen, 6 of each. I think that's £200 to £300 of anyone's money. That would go in a London restaurant and look amazing and quite unique. So I made something out of nothing, because in all honesty, if I'd put that ivory canteen on the car boot sale or online, I'd probably got 10 or 20 quid for it. So, and now it's a piece of art. Saved a bit of history, it's a bit of art, and it's going to look amazing somewhere. I think I've mentioned this already in one of my films. I bought a head camera, and I have started to empty out my garage and clear out my garage. Now, there was a lot of car boot sale, what I class as junk, on top. I've been taking that to the car boot sales and selling it for 50p's and things, and I've pretty much got down to the stock boxes. And I've bought a head camera, and I've started making videos of emptying my garage. Now, I may make the full series, empty the garage, and then put one a day out or something when they're all done. I'm not editing them. I'm just putting the head camera on, hit and record, and whenever I film my film, and then just going to put it up. So you'll see everything that I see. At the moment, I've got one done. I bought a head camera, and the thing crashed and died and burnt out after 18 minutes. Literally. I was out the garage, filming away. 18 minutes later, my face was on fire. The thing was red hot, and I just took it off, and it never charged again. I had to send it back and have a brand new one. But what I done, I upgraded to the next model up. It cost me nearly £200 for a camera. However, I've also spoke to Colin at Tirabirth Car Boot Sale, and he's given me permission to film at his car boot sale. Now, he's the only one who's actually given me permission to film. I used to have permission in Bessemer, but Bessemer shut down. So it's a quiet boot sale, but it's a good boot sale. You can get some real good bargains there. So I've actually made one film ready. I'm in the process of making one film. There's nothing spectacular on there. It's working stock, but you're actually going to get to see some of the footage from a car boot sale, but only from that car boot sale. Unfortunately, I can't do it at Gethley and that still. I don't know whether Sully will be a problem. I'm hoping I can do it at Sully as well, but we'll see. Now, I done partial house clearance this week, or I was phoned in to go and look around a house that they were clearing. And I spent quite a bit of money with them. And I bought quite a few things. I bought a very early violin. I bought a lot of Royal Albert, a little brass trombone, and an ice bucket. I'm going to show you the Royal Albert now. Where's my pictures now? Royal Albert. Now there's a lot of this. There's a lot of this. I went to my mum's afterwards and I laid it all out to send a photograph to a friend who normally buys all my Royal Albert off me. He doesn't normally get to the stall or to the site. Normally I would send a photograph and he'd make an offer, or I'd say a price and I'd have an offer off him. Now there's about, I think, 103, 105 pieces there, from teapots, cake stands, cups, saucers, butter dish over here. These, your egg cups, they're awful expensive. This side is all Brigadoon, this side is all Old Country Roses. So that came in. I did email him and he didn't answer me, so I've actually put that up on the website, but I broke it up into smaller lots, so that's already listed. The violin, I'll have a quick look if I can find the photographs of the violin for you now. I actually put it up on Facebook to ask for some help, and because it's an old violin, it is a very old violin, and it needs a bit of repair. It's not in the best of condition. We'll get there now. I'm going online to call it up. Okay, so if I come across share, now it's a violin with a Stradivarius label on the inside. Now I'm under no illusions, it's not a Stradivarius. It's got a handwritten date of 1718. Now what I will say is, with these labels, what you're looking for is, on the more recent, they actually have copy in another language, or what was it? They could be stamped copy, or they could be stamped on the label the country of origin. Now this has neither, so my assumption was it was a 19th century copy of a Stradivarius. Now you can see the age on this violin. It is old. Look at the box. Now I put it on Token Antiques and asked for some help. And I have had quite a lot of help, to be honest with you, but some mixed reviews. Quite a few people telling me to take it to a specialist before I sell it, because even the copies can have some real good value. The consensus is it's a 19th century copy, but it is a nice violin. But the bow also could be worth as much as the violin, as can the case. But yeah, from what I read, somebody posted up a little article for me about the Stradivarius labels. And if you got a handwritten date, which I got, that's better. Also, the more recent ones, they have copy in whatever language the label is in, or they have the country of origin stamp there. Mine have none of that. When you look at it, you can see the age, and it is a good quality violin. So that came in. I'll show you a couple of the other pieces another time, but I've had a beautiful Grenadier Guards ice bucket. I'll show you that now. Bear with me. I might show you the trombone as well now. I had this Grenadier Guards ice bucket. Needs a clean. I haven't done nothing with it yet. It's stinking dirty. And the gentleman actually served in this band. And the trombone I have is actually from the Grenadier Guards in 1950s, I think he said it was. So that was a nice little thing. Bear with me, I'll grab the trombone. So we got a big, massive trombone. I think he said it was a G or an F. I have no idea what that means. I'm not an instrument man. all I will say is I wasn't going to leave it there. So we have the first part. And then the second part. Now, obviously this goes on to the piece I have. And you have this because it is so long that, you know, when you slide it, so they can actually use it because of the length. Now, come across. You can see all that engraving on there, and that reads Class A New Standard LP Merit of Honor, Besson, London, Paris, and New York, made in England. And the gentleman whose house I was clearing actually served in that band, and this has come from the band, but there's no military marks on there to say such thing that I've seen yet. But I've only had a quick glance today. So move, love. Go lay down. And doggy wants fusses. So yeah, they were really nice. So what did I have? I had the ice bucket, I had the trombone, I had the violin, I've had a writing slope with the inlaid shells, but that's falling apart. That's for restoration. If anybody's interested in restoration, I'll send you some photos of that. Let me know. And the Royal Albert, yeah. So that was all right. That was from a little partial clearance this week, and I haven't been doing a lot of them lately, mainly due to the COVID. I went down to Pontypridd this week. My father had to go down to have his eyes done for diabetes, and of course they put drops in them, so I had to drive him. So while he's in the hospital having his eyes tested, I went for a little stroll around Pontypridd Market and the charity shops. Now, first of all, I called into Pontypridd Market and visited friends Steve and Elaine in Anagram Antiques. They've got a lovely little setup in Pontypridd Market, and I am going to go down over the next few weeks and film. And film around and show you what they've got. They've got it laid out absolutely beautiful. And they've got everything in there from a £2 little brass animal all the way up to René Lalique, Archibald Knox, Liberty Pewter, Moorcroft, you name it. It is a very good varied mix. Loads of silver. So if you're in the South Wales area, call into Pontypridd Market. You can't really miss it, and go and visit Anagram Antiques. Or check out, I will do a little video where I'll go down and do a walk around and show you what's in there. Well, you know, over the next few weeks. I've got a few videos I'm meaning to do, especially the one on dyslexia and things like that. I just haven't had the time yet. I'm up to my eyeballs, but I'm going to get to it, I promise. I just bought myself a little curio set from them whilst I was there. It's a little, probably 1960s, I would assume, probably 60s. Chinese hand-painted bowls, little porcelain bowls. They're absolutely beautiful. Really nice little thing. It's a set of 4 of them. They're hand-painted. They're Chinese porcelain. They're probably mid-century. I think they were $5. They charged me a $5 for them. You know, that's like $7 for 4 perfect Chinese hand-painted porcelain bowls. And I think they're absolutely beautiful. So if you're in and around Pontypridd or South Wales, it is well worth paying them a visit. Elaine does little displays with her Steiff teddy bears and things like that. So yeah, well worth paying them a visit if you're down there, and I will get to film it. I just mentioned the obviously doing the live video for the dyslexia chart and things like that, and I am planning on doing it. I'm in the middle of doing a script, or not so much a script, but a list of things I want to discuss in the video, especially on how hard it is with things like when you get artwork and you can't read the signatures to identify them. That is so hard when you can't read joined up writing and things like that. So that's another area, but I am going to get to it. It's just going to take me a while to get there. While in Pontypridd, I done the charity shops, and half the charity shops are gone. A little update: the charity shop that banned all traders that I done the videos on, they have a shop in Mountain Ash and they have a shop in Pontypridd. They have still got the notice up on the door in Pontypridd 18 months on, no traders. So it's obviously working for them unless traders are ignoring it and going in and buying anyway. But the notice is still on the door, no dealers, no traders. And when you consider 4 or 5 of the charity shops in Pontypridd have shut down and gone. So they're taking a risk doing that, but it's obviously working for them, or people are just ignoring it one or the other. But I did manage to buy a couple of things from the charity shops. First of all, I purchased this, which is a 1970s bamboo glass vase. It cost me £1. Now, my first instinct was Swedish. I've got home and I've done some research, and it's not Swedish. Now, I was just searching through Google and I found this one here sold by the 20th Century Factory Glass website. And if anyone knows what they're doing, it's those guys. They sold a green one there for £28.50. And they linked in their description to this. No, sorry. This. In the description, there was a link to this to show how they helped identify it. And we have here someone who'd given them permission to use it. It was a bamboo, but it still had the label made in Japan. So 1970s, still contemporary, but Japanese in the Swedish style. So it doesn't matter if it's £15, £18, £20, it doesn't matter. It was £1, not $1.50 for a nice 1970s bamboo glass vase. Now, the color's not as good as the blue or the green or the red, but you know what? For £1, I'll take it. I then purchased, in the same shop, a pair of Victorian rummers. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful facet cut stems. Really nice. Ground out and polished smooth pontil mark. And, a nice wavy bowl with good striations. Both of them in good condition. And they were 50p a glass, 50p each. They're not going to be worth fortunes, but I'd say they're £25 a pair, £30 a pair, something like that. And then I had a pair of these. Beautiful sound. Hobs and barley engraved, facet cut in a Georgian style. I think these are much later. I think these are more like early 20th century or late 19th, early 20th century, as opposed to being Georgian. They're in the Georgian style. If these were Georgian, with a nice sharp pontil or ground out pontil, you'd be thinking, £60, £70 a glass. But you're not. I think these are considerably later, but still beautiful, beautiful quality ale glasses. I wouldn't go far off if I said it might be Victorian, but beautiful. And they were 50p each too. So my £3 done me really well, but they're on the glass. And obviously, I had the little porcelain bowls from Anagram Antiques. Is there anything else I wanted to discuss today? I think that might be about it for today's little vlog. Website is really filling up lovely. Please feel free to go across and take a look at the website. And I'm grateful for any support, whether it's just watching the films, a thumbs up, a share, anything. I'm grateful for it all. So thank you very much to everybody who comments, likes, and just supports my channel. I appreciate it. And I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.